Let's take a look at this problem. We want to solve this polynomial inequality. So we've got x squared minus 7x plus 10 is greater than or equal to 0. Now our first step says get everything on the left side, 0 on the right side. Now that's done. Step 2, factor the left side. This factor is using the PSD because we have x squared, x, no number in front of our x squared. PSD would take the number at the end, the 10. Write down all products, give us 10. We got 1 times 10, 2 times 5. The S column, when add them together, 1 plus 10 is 11, 2 plus 5 is 7. Difference column, subtract, smaller from larger. 10 minus 1 is 9, 5 minus 2 is 3. Number we're looking for is a number in a middle term, which is 7, which is right here, so we're going to use 2 and 5. So we've got x 2 and x and 5. Our larger number that we're using in the P column, which is a 5, is always going to be the same sign as the middle term, which in this problem is negative. Number I circled in the S column, S for same signs, both positive, both negative. Since 5 is negative, then the 2 will be negative. Then we want to set each factor equal to 0 and solve. These are our critical values. So I'll set x minus 2 equal to 0, and I'll set x minus 5 equal to 0. Which gives us x equals 2 and x is equal to 5. And those are our critical values. Then it says, using the x-axis, critical values in the graph, determine the answer. Here's my x-axis. I'll put 2 here, I'll put 5 here. Clear over here is negative infinity. Clear over here is positive infinity. This splits it into intervals, like this. Let's go look at our graph. So we got y equals, clear, x squared minus 7x plus 10, and then graph. Now again, what you're going to see is where it crosses the x-axis is our critical values. So you see it crosses at 2, and what was our other one? 5, was it? Yeah, 2 and 5. Now we want to sketch this. So it kind of looks like this. Do not put any kind of effort into making it look like that. You just want to roughly sketch it. Okay. Now we're going to determine our answer using these notes. We have a greater than or equal to in this problem. So greater than or equal to says the answer is above the x-axis. Well, here's the x-axis. This is where the graph is above. And over here the graph is above the x-axis. So this first interval goes from negative infinity to 2. This one goes from 5 to positive infinity. Now infinities always have parentheses on them. Greater than or equal to. Greater than or equal to tells us to use brackets. So if we're bracket on 2, bracket on the 5, then you put a union symbol in between them. And that would be our answer.